Good morning, everyone.
Good morning.
Morning.
Hey, good morning.
We're missing our front end engineers.
Yes, we are.
But have you been testing on the new Android build at all this weekend?
Very little.
Okay. Just got approved for it was in review. So I want to it's not I don't think it has a lot of changes in it, but I want to get it released if it's
Yeah.
okay.
Okay.
Is there any value in me asking Apple to expedite, or should we just wait it out?
No, there's no rush.
There's Amin. Morning, Amin.
Morning, everyone.
Well, should we go ahead and start?
Sure, yeah. Amit, why don't you start for us?
Yes, John. So today again I was checking Sentry issue, and I found one issue which we fixed already on the QA. So it is related to get user media feed. So Jerry, I think QA is not synced with prod, right?
I literally just did that.
Okay.
Yeah,
So that
literally
issue getting on the
5 minutes
prod.
ago. Yep.
Okay. And then after profile issue, I mean, did you find anything there? Do you need any help from the backend side?
Still didn't look into that issue. Are we talking about the profile user
Hmm.
was trying to get her profile? It was like a black screen.
Yes.
Yeah, I still didn't look into that.
Mm. So I told you on Friday also. I again tested it, so I did not see any issue from the backend side in
Mhm.
there. Mm. So I need your help there to investigate it. So can you please investigate and let me know?
Yeah, I'll do that today.
Okay. And then that's it from Sir John, and I need new task.
Okay, thank you. Amit, there was nothing else you had to add there?
Yes, yeah.
Okay. Um what was the black screen? What profile screen? I forget.
So we discovered one Sentry issue where profile key was not passing for the podcast. So it was turning null. So it was turning empty as black screen there.
Um for a certain one or all?
Certain one podcast, not for the all.
Okay. Okay, cool. All right. Take a look at that. Okay, Jerry, let's get your update.
Yeah. Going through what I had done. Let's see. Today, I just went ahead and I saw that same issue that Ahmed said about the media feed. But the reason it wasn't a an actual error. Well, it was an error, but it only happened in the event that you were trying to view the profile of somebody who had blocked you or you had blocked. So it was going to show an empty profile either way.
Mm-hmm.
We just gave this expected error handling on the backend code. So it wasn't like sporadically queries were failing. It was failing because the user was blocked.
I see. Makes sense.
So, yep. And I was just reviewing the back end. We merged that all to the front end. Oh shoot! Why is this no? Oh, okay. There we go. Yeah, we have a good way we can query now whether users are in Android or iOS. That was a pretty big thing that I worked on late Thursday and Friday. So I ran a script as well. So now we have it. I know we've been able to tell like in session replay or in amplitude, but I was like, well, there's no way I can query this. I made a way to where we can query it now. So if
Okay.
like we can quickly tell, oh, this many people are on Android, this many people are on iOS.
Oh, great. Okay.
So yeah, that took a bit more time than I had hoped Friday, but just because if I tried to use amplitude for it, but then once I started to use amplitude, I realized we were hitting rate limits on amplitude.
Mhm.
So I had to like throw everything I did away and restart with one signal because one signal did not have rate limits.
Okay.
Once I got one signal in there, it started working fine.
Okay. And tell me a use case, like application where we may need to do that.
Well, simply if you're wondering how many users that onboard at this time have Android, if we want to send out a push notification,
Mm.
we can target, because I know Danny wanted to like target only iOS users for a certain push notification and
Yeah.
wasn't able to
Okay.
get for them. And like
Okay.
if there's any behavior that we're trying to look at and we want to determine whether they're Android or iOS, this is a lot easier to where I can confidently give you a number rather than say we're just going to have to poke around in amplitude.
Okay. Great. That's fantastic. What else?
Sorry, my thing's bugging out right now. Hold on. Okay, there we go. I was looking at my GitHub. I pushed something live that will. We have a Facebook tracking pixel that when users onboard, that will supplement. I'll have to connect with Chantel on this more to see what's happening with the ads.
Mm-hmm.
But when they onboard, our backend will feed like hashed data to Facebook. And what that gives us is when we're running Facebook ads, they can look at this hashed data that we're passing and they can, from their backend, they can associate if that person's in Facebook.
Mm-hmm.
So so Facebook kind of learns on the users that onboard on who to target the ads to and kind of dynamically adjust that for the ads. Now, I know Chantel had some issues with the ads. I'm going to check on that with her today because there was just a random error saying you had to turn on something in the content. It was like promoted item. Yeah, it was called the promoted item. We went back and forth on ChatGPT, Facebook's AI, all this stuff, and it was like not giving us a clear answer on where this section was.
Mm-hmm.
She said she was going to poke at it a bit more. I'll check with her today and see if she had any luck on it. But we spent some time Friday trying to get that working. I don't know if she found success or not. There are some things today that I'll be doing for Todd. Let's see. Todd just needs some list of numbers. He wants to see like statistics for people that are RSVPing the Bar West. And we sent out. I think did we send out an SMS Friday? Let me.
I think so, yeah.
Yeah, so we sent out an SMS Friday. I can check that later, see how that performed.
You might be thinking of the one Thursday. It was one Thursday that did well.
Yeah, the Alta one.
Yeah, we got a lot of people participating in that. That was cool.
Yeah,
I
that
don't know.
was.
If you're in that chat, yeah, it was very, very active.
Mhm.
That was cool. Yeah, for like a $100 Ulta gift card.
Mhm.
Yeah, we got the whole spring break chat came alive. So that was pretty cool. I want to work with these guys more this week on additional just little things like that that draw more of these students in and keep the energy up.
Okay, yeah, let me
I'd like to see some stats on that too. We should have a standard report on this stuff, like whether it's for a one-off kind of thing or maybe something we do more consistently, whether it's like photos being dropped or something like that.
Hmm.
But just having
Like,
a regular report.
um, so a report, like, what are we trying to grab?
So,
So
how many went out, how many were clicked, and then how many converted.
I
Uh,
can work. I can work on a dashboard for sending out SMSs. I know I've been kind of weary on it just because I don't want. But we kind of got to moderate our SMS volume to an extent.
Well, we'll only give me, Todd, and Danny access
Yeah,
to.
yeah.
You know, we can't just let anybody send text anytime. That would be dangerous.
Another good reporting metric would be how many unique users are messaging into that chat when we run a giveaway, so we can get a feel for how many new people we're pulling in when we run them.
Yeah, that's a good point. In fact, in addition, so like there's all kinds of different tangential data points we could get off of that. Like how many of them were dormant for more than 30 days? How many, I think Dan said, like how many were new or how many, are returning but hadn't had an action. What, there's a lot of really valuable information we could think of, I'm sure, that and then how many of those people joined other chats, like you know what I mean, like I could go on and on for this, like into a rabbit hole but
Joined. Okay, go on. You said join other chats.
yeah, for instance, they, while they're participating and joining this one chat, also searching and finding some of the other ones that, maybe they had an interest in paranormal, let's say, or they joined the girl squad. um,
Hmm.
you know this probably would take some mapping and planning, but having this, I know there's people that do this full time, but having this kind of data and being able to draw correlations can help us craft future promotions and have expectations of, if we bring in these many people, maybe we suggest to them, because they're a high conversion rate to go into the girl squad, let's say, if it's a lot of females coming in, and then we suggest to them a notification within 3 more hours that says, um, are you interested in the girl squad, or what, or paranormal, whatever the case may be. But this is where if we really dig in, we can get much higher optimized results from these promos.
Yeah, I agree. I think this might be better lived in amplitude. I think what we're missing the disconnect on is uh tying it between an SMS, and I'll have to probably do some digging at amplitude. How we can filter via an SMS click. How we can tie the two together.
Yeah, yeah,
And it would be a bunch of funnels in amplitude that represent these people received it, these people clicked it, these people joined another group within X hours of clicking the notification. This many people sent a message in a group within X. Yeah, it's going to be a bunch of flow diagrams like that. But I think the big concern here is I'll have to see what I can best do to tie those two systems together.
yeah. That's a good place to start. Is, yeah, where, how to best to gather it
Hmm.
first
Yeah,
place. Yeah.
yeah.
Okay.
So, um,
But the most basic stuff is key, just to know, the conversion rates. How many were delivered, how many were clicked, how many were converted.
mhm, yeah, yeah. Okay. Yeah, I'll work on that today. Just in case I either run into a block or something. Just want to know if there's anything else we have that's high priority right now. I know the only thing that's been brought to my attention is Jeremy is still having issues getting into the app, but I think we need to work with Ismail on that. I know he's been doing his own research, but I feel like he's just a one-off situation here.
Yeah, I hope so. Were you able to identify in logs what's happening to him? In other words, being able to match that to see if there are other cases that have the same mirror.
Yeah, I've checked amplitude, and I took the scenario where he opened the app, he was on this screen, and then he closed the app, and he kept like in a loop. It created a loop that every time he opened the app, he
Okay,
like
and
he
that's
went back.
identifiable in the logs.
Yeah, I was able to do that with amplitude and create a funnel. He's the only user I can find. Like the funnel, there were other users, but they were just users that like had re-onboarded multiple times, but like they had activity in the app. So it wasn't like users that were like I could tell these are users that like intentionally logged out or reinstalled the app after a period of time. Just the only user I found that had that repeated behavior was Jeremy's account.
I see. Okay. All right. Well, yeah, I want to get to this one here in a minute and see
Mhm.
what else we've come up with. Did you have more you want to add?
No, I think that's all I got now.
Okay. All right. Thank you. So yeah, we got the build approved, Ismail. It's not released, so we can release it now if we want. And let's just recap real quick on what all went in that build. I don't think there was like major changes, right? But let's just go over this where we left off.
Yeah, I think mainly it means PR. That was the major change in that build. I didn't merge any of my PRs
Oh, I see.
for that specific one.
Okay, and remind me then what was in the means PR.
I can say what was there. What was that issue when we saw like in the logs of such replays where the logs are being doubled, like things, and it might like leads to an issues. Like user might see an alert that says your code expired, your phone number is invalid, but everything is fine, and the user can proceed. So throughout the code, like we suspected there is a place where this could lead this to happen, and we did the change there. So yeah, we should be looking in the next builds to see if this issue is fixed or not. Also, like we did a couple fixes to the onboarding siding, mainly for buttons that they were close to the edge, specifically for iOS, like at the bottom edge, and
Okay,
also like the phone step and the SMS step. Now it's more compact, just like for the content, the, the content not to be pushed all the way to the top and cropped off at the top. So
okay.
yeah, that's in
Wasn't
this.
there a change you and Ismail also talked about doing? It was somewhat of a code cleanup. Um, it
We
wasn't necessarily
didn't do it. We just like talked about it, but it was like about how we handle like the whole situation of taking like all the refactor that we've been working on, and there's some improvements that we can do there. But again, we agreed those code changes improvements we should hold on in them till we sure um the code that we have right now is working fine. It has no issue with it, and we just want to improve it because we might want to improve it, and of course, it's not going to be working from the first time. So we will not be sure what's broken, what's not, and we're waiting to basically waiting to have a base to go back to and to compare if things went sideways.
gotcha. Okay. Um, Todd, will you do me a favor and onboard in a couple of the Android test phones?
Yeah, I have. Uh,
Okay. Any issues?
No, and I'm not sure if I should be onboarding by just doing an update or doing a clean install. I did both without issue.
Okay. Clean install, right? I mean,
For this update,
yeah.
yeah, well, I'm not sure if it's Ismail still want to test anything from.
Since we're still using Jedi on both, we shouldn't. A clean install should be the way to test this because this only affects onboarding, doesn't affect signed in users.
Okay, sounds
And
good.
everything's doing okay there.
Yeah, so far
Okay.
no problem with onboarding.
Okay. Good. Okay. Yeah, Danny, why don't you go ahead and release the Android build? And iOS isn't approved yet, right?
I think Danny might be on the phone.
Okay. I'll remind him in a minute. Okay. So I mean, what else do we have going on? What else are you working on?
Yeah, that's the thing worked on Friday. I'll be looking into the issue that we had that Amit talked about to look to see what's to fix there, and is it like a widespread issue? Is it like gonna happen again? Um, yeah, and also about the new architecture, I'm not sure where we are there. Are we? Yeah, we couldn't do Android test this because we're testing other stuff. So
Yeah.
maybe we have to find another way how we can test because we need to do a lot of testing there,
Yeah.
a lot, and
Well, I guess we can do another an Android build once Danny releases this one.
mm-hmm.
It's available in the Play Store, and then you could do an Android build with a new architecture.
Yeah, yeah, we can do that.
Okay, let's do that. It'll be within the hour.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Yeah, it needs a lot of testing for sure.
Also, like I emailed the Sentry team
Mhm.
about like reproducible project for them,
Oh yeah.
and yeah, they got because like I needed to for them to hop on this. I needed like emails from them to invite them to the GitHub repository and the test flight bill. Because it's all private, I need emails. They sent me that today, and I did send the invitation. So they should be like looking at it.
What did they need from you?
No, no, they're not needing anything from you. I was just like sharing like what was happening with Sentry Team because like I emailed them.
Yeah.
So, hey, we have this done for you so you can investigate and look into the performance issues
Mhm.
with the session replay. And I said, I need your emails to invite you to the
Oh,
this flight build and to get the source code of that project.
mm,
And they emailed me back the email, and I like did the invitation. So,
okay.
yeah, I guess by tomorrow they can start looking at it if they have bandwidth or anything. But like, they're like bottom line, like we're having feedback from them, and
Yeah. Yeah, that's
there's
awesome. Okay, cool. Great. So yeah, maybe sooner or later they'll resolve that issue on iOS.
hmm
Okay.
um yeah, that would be it for me. And
Okay.
for today, yeah, I know like for today, me and Ismail would need to do like PR reviews. Like, I know like there's one PR that it's like about link, like the link preview on the chat,
Mm-hmm.
and he want to review mine. So probably we're gonna have like a session now, work session after the stand up for the PR reviews.
Sounds good. Okay. All right. Thanks, me.
Right?
So yeah, Ismail, what else did you have going on?
Yeah, as I mentioned, we just need to get those reviews in, see if all looks good, and then after that, I do want to also review the revenue cat one where we can uh um freeze streak or revive it. Um, I'm not sure if I showed you guys that
You
code.
described it. It's under is something they have to review first?
Um,
Like
is some- you're saying is this something I have to review first?
doesn't Apple have to review?
Oh, I think not Apple. What are they called? Android has to. Well, I added a permission to the Android build so that Jerry can, because you need that permission to be added to the app first, and then Jerry can start adding products to it
Okay.
so that it can show.
And where's that standing?
I added the well, we have to review the code and I have to create a build, and we have to push that build. We just have to push it to test, right, Jerry? We don't have to push it to like.
Yeah, I don't think we have to push it to the store, but
Yeah,
I think though the products, I think it has to go to the store in the end. But if you just enable the permission, and like you don't have to enable the streak, like the streak buyback, like as long as the permission is enabled, I think I can configure it, and then we can push that to the store.
Okay. I mean, I have code where if there's anything wrong with fetching the products or the array's empty, it just hides those options altogether. So that should be our safety measure in terms of even if the user does go to streaks, they won't, if there's any problem fetching those purchases or options, it will not even give them the option to see the buy. But yeah, so after that's up, we just have to test it that it actually works, which it should, because it's JavaScript. So if it works on iOS, after Jerry adds the same exact part, but they have to match exactly the key and so on, then we should be good to go.
Okay. If Amin's doing a build with the new architecture, maybe if we do one for the Android and iOS, we could include, since it's a QA build, we can include the part that you're talking about that we need.
Yeah, that would be a good idea.
Okay. Okay. Well, you guys are going to collaborate on some stuff anyway, so maybe keep that in mind too.
Yeah, we'll do.
Okay.
But yeah, other than that, might look at those code reviews I mean suggested for the after we have a stable build, we want to have them ready so that we can also have those in.
Yeah, definitely. The link preview is, you're done on your end, right? You just want to see.
Yeah, I just need to review it.
Okay, cool. That's exciting.
Yeah, I made some final tweaks Friday just to make it a little bit more reliable and handle a few more cases that I found. So now we should be good to go. I tested it rest of my ability and it seems to be working as expected.
Okay.
It does do one thing which I forgot to, I guess maybe I wanted to mention, which was if you have a link and a text, it would separate them. Where we put the text on top and then the link at the bottom, because you can't have it in obviously part of the link preview itself. So like if it's like check this out, and then in the same message you put a link.
Yeah,
it'll
that's
have the
normal, right? iMessage does that.
I think so.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
But yeah, that's how it handles. Even though if you try to react to one or do anything to it, it would select both since they're technically the same message key.
Okay.
But yeah, that's the behavior. Text first, and then text first, and then the link under.
Yep. Yeah. Sure. That works.
Okay.
That's how iMessage is doing it. Cool. Okay. All right. Anything else?
No, not at the moment.
Okay. All right. Well then, why don't you get with Amin and you guys can do your reviews, and we can end there. If you guys need me, just let me know. I'll be heading into the office here in a couple of hours with these guys, so we'll be around all day. And yeah, just let us know if you need anything, and have a great rest of the day.
Yeah, sounds good.
All right.
Thanks, guys.
Yeah. Thanks, y'all.
Take it easy.